Welcome, automation enthusiasts. Understanding status code is essential for API testing, automation testing, and penetration testing. When your program sends a request to an API, the server answers with a status code. In this video, you will learn the most common HTTP status code like 200, 201, 403, 404, 500, and 502, and see real example of how they work. So let's get started. What is an HTTP status code? HTTP status code are messages sent by the server to tell you what happened to your request. A server is a computer that stores information or service and gives them to other computers when they ask for it. Your phone or your browser is the client. The server has the data or website you want. When you send a request, the server sends a response. Now, the server answers with a status code, which tells you what happened to your request. Note, before we explain what each status code means, let's first see how to check them in real time using Chrome Dev Tool. How to open Chrome Dev Tool? Just right-click on any web page and click Inspect. Right-click, then click Inspect. Perfect. Go to the Network tab. Okay? Perfect. Refresh the page and you will see the status code like 200, etc. Perfect. We can see the status code. Okay? Perfect. Here are some of the most common HTTP status code you will encounter. Let us start with the first status code, 200. 200 means success. Everything worked perfectly. Example, you submit a form on a website like a contact form or registration form, and you get a confirmation message your form has been sent successfully. The server responds 200 OK. So your request was successful and the server proceeded it correctly. The next status code is 401. 401 means unauthorized. Example, imagine you try to log in using a fake email or password. The API does not have a record of this user in the database, so the server will respond with a 401 unauthorized. It is telling you, I don't recognize you. Please provide valid credential before accessing this resource. So 401 happens when the server does not know who you are. You need to log in with a real account first or authenticate first. The next status code is 403. 403 means access denied. Even if you are logging, you do not have a permission to access a resource. For example, imagine you are logging into a website as a regular user and try to open the admin dashboard. The server checks your permission, see you are not an admin, and responds 403 forbidden. You are not allowed to access this page. 403 happens when the server knows who you are, but you don't have the right permission to access a resource. The next status code is 404. 404 means not found. Example, you click a link to a page that was deleted. The server says, I cannot find this page. The server responds 404 not found. The page cannot be found. Or another example, you try to upload a picture on a website, but instead of working, you get a 404 not found. Why? Because the application is trying to send your image to a server endpoint that does not exist. Maybe the upload URL is wrong, or the route was deleted, or the backend API is missing. So the server responds, I cannot find where to send this request. The next status code is 500. 500 means internal server error. Something went wrong on the server itself, not on your site. For example, you try to buy something online, but the website crashed. The server responds 500 internal server error, so the server failed. 500 error happen When something goes wrong on the server, it is not your fault. The server could not proceed your request properly. Why is it a big issue? It can break the website or application so user cannot access data or service. It may expose vulnerability if the server shows detailed error message. For business, it can affect revenue, trust, and user experience. How to fix it? Developer fix it by 1. Checking the server log. They show what caused the error. 2. Debugging the code. Look for mistake in the script, API endpoint, or database query. 3. Checking server resource. Sometimes the server is out of memory, CPU, or disk space. 4. Updating dependency. All library or framework can crash the server. 5. Adding error handling. Exception handling prevent the server from crashing entirely. The last status code is 502. 502 means bad gateway. The server receives an invalid response from another server while acting as a gateway. It usually happens when modern websites using multiple server or API. For example, the client or your browser requests something. Hey, show me the product page. Server A, the gateway or the proxy server, receives the request. This server does not have the data itself. It asks server B, the backend server or the API, give me the product detail. Server B crash, server A is down. Network issue occur between server A and B. Server B send grabber or invalid response. Server A cannot get a proper response. It tells your browser 502 bad gateway. So it means communication between server fails. In conclusion, HTTP status code may look just a number, but they tell you exactly what happened between your device and the server. Whether you are a developer or a pen tester, understanding this code helps you find problems, fix bugs, and make website work better. So next time you will see 200, 404, 500, etc., you will know what the server is trying to tell you. If you find this helpful, smash that like button and subscribe. Please add in the comment HTTP status code. Thank you.